So today we will be continuing with our revision series and we will be covering the chapter service costing. And the question that we have selected is from the very latest RTP for the November 2021 exam, which is published in just few days back. In that, question number 11 belongs to the service costing chapter. So we are solving that question for revising the service costing chapter. So let us go to the question directly. Here is the question. क्या बोला है क्वेश्चन में? Let us read that. Mr. PS owns a bus which runs according to the following schedule. That means एक बात clear है कि this is a passenger transport question. बस है, okay. First adjustment says that Delhi to Hisar and back the same day. Means बस का schedule दिया हुआ है, runs according to the following schedule. So Hisar is a city, okay, in the state of Haryana. So from Delhi it goes to Hisar and it returns on the same day. Distance कितना है दिल्ली और हिसार का? One way 160 kilometers. That means it goes 160 kilometers and returns back, traveling 160 kilometer on the same day. Okay. ऐसा महीने में कितने बार हुआ? Number of days run in each month? 9 days. Sitting capacity occupied. That means whatever is the sitting capacity of the bus, उसमें 90% capacity occupied है, तो 10% empty रहता है. Second information tells Delhi to Aligarh. Aligarh is another city. वहां पर वो ट्रैवल कर रहा है and that is again 160 kilometer one way. On the same day it returns, so 160 kilometers going and 160 kilometers coming. ऐसा महीने में कितना days हुआ है? Number of days run in each month? 12 days. Sitting capacity occupied. अलीगढ़ जाते समय 95% occupied रहता है and 5% empty. Delhi to Alwar and back, another city. Okay. उसका डिस्टेंस 170 किलोमीटर है. ये भी जाके आके एक ही दिन में कंप्लीट करता है जर्नी. नंबर ऑफ डेज रन ईच मंथ? 6 days. Okay. इसका सिटिंग कैपेसिटी 100% ऑक्युपाइड. So this is the traveling schedule of the bus of a typical month. Following are the other details. बस का कीमत 15 लाख है, ड्राइवर का सैलरी 30,000, कंडक्टर सैलरी 26,000, सैलरी ऑफ द पार्ट टाइम अकाउंटेंट 7,000 per month, insurance of the bus 6,000 per annum, डीजल कंजम्पशन 5 kilometers per liter, डीजल का कीमत 90 rupees per liter, road tax 29,912 per annum, lubricants and oil so rupees 30 per 100 kilometers. The expenses are pretty straightforward. Permit fees, repairs and maintenance, depreciation of the bus, sitting capacity, bus का capacity 50% का है. Passenger tax is 20% of the total takings. Takings here means the sales, the collections that they are going to make. उसका 20% tax भरना है हमको. Calculate the bus fare to be charged from each passenger to earn a profit of 30% on total takings. कौन से पैसेंजर से कितना फेयर लेना है वो हमको कैलकुलेट करना है, so that we can earn a profit of 30% on total sales. The fares are to be indicated per passengers for the journey. Of course, तीनों cities अलग अलग जगह पे है, तो of course you will be charging different charges, different fare. तो दिल्ली टू हिसार का कितना चार्ज करना है, ओके, दिल्ली टू अलीगढ़ का कितना चार्ज करना है और दिल्ली टू अलवार का कितना चार्ज करना है, that you have to calculate. Okay, so the first thing that you have to take up from this question is you can take up all the fixed cost, all the standing charges that will be covering major part of your question. Means आपका बहुत सारे costs उसमें चले जाएंगे. Then you can focus on the niche areas, the important areas, the crucial areas, the critical areas. So any question of service costing when you take up, to simplify the question, always remember majority of the items there will be fixed cost nature, cost standing charges जिसको आप बोलते हो. You should pick that and put it into your solutions. What will happen is you can then focus on the important areas. Okay, so how do I go about this? Statement showing operating cost and fare to be charged. Okay, since the schedule is given for 1 month, so we'll be preparing on monthly basis. As I said, first you have to take up all the fixed nature cost, which is popularly called as standing charges in this chapter. So let us take one by one all the expenses which are of fixed nature. Salary of the driver. So salary to driver is 30,000 per month. Then we have salary of the conductor. Salary of the conductor 26,000 per month. Salary of the part-time accountant. Salary of the part-time accountant. How much it is given? 7,000. Insurance, be careful. It is given on per annum basis. So you should write insurance 6,000 divided by 12 so that you get the monthly insurance. All right. That will give you 500. Then we have diesel. Of course, that is not a standing charges. Road tax is a standing charges. Diesel बाद में लेंगे जब variable cost running charges लिखेंगे तो road tax 21,912 again divide by 12. Why? It is on per annum basis. So 21,912 divided by 12 will give you 1826 per month. Lubricants, because it is depending on kilometer, it will not be a standing charges. Permit fee we can take. Permit fees. Is it per month? Yes, it is per month. And repairs, then either consider it as a part of standing charges nor as a part of running charges. Repairs is considered as a separate cost, right? So we will be writing repairs and maintenance as a separate heading. Depreciation 30% per annum. So we can charge depreciation. Cost of the bus is given in the beginning as 15 lakhs. Okay. Depreciation is 30% per annum into 30%. Divide by 12. Why divide by 12? Because we want all the expenses on monthly basis. So it will be 15 lakhs. All right. Into 30%. Okay. That will give you the total depreciation. That again has to be divided by 12. Okay. So the depreciation will be 37,500 on monthly basis. So with that, we have covered all the standing charges. We can take the total of this to the outer column and that will give us the fixed cost. All the standing charges. We can write the repairs over here as a separate heading. Repairs and maintenance is already given. So we can write it in the outer column, 5,000. Now comes the next part, that is the running charges, also called as the variable cost. But since all the running charges of this industry, that is the transport industry, depends upon kilometers, we need to do one working note called as calculation of number of kilometers traveled during the month. So we have to take into consideration the schedule of the bus. This is the schedule of the bus. Let us first calculate the number of kilometers traveled to and from for Delhi to Hisar. So Delhi to Hisar and back. Okay. How does we go? The distance is 160 kilometers. 160 kilometers going and 160 kilometers coming. So we have to multiply with 2. ठीक है. ऐसा महीने में कितने बार हुआ? ये तो एक दिन का हुआ 160 going and coming. ऐसे महीने में 9 बार हुआ. So into 9. So that will give us the number of kilometers traveled between Delhi and Hisar and back. Okay. Then we have what? We have the next city, Delhi to Aligarh. So Delhi to Aligarh and back. Same distance, 160 kilometers. 160 going, 160 coming. I said 12 times. 12 times in a month, right? So into 12. And then we have Delhi to Alwar and back. What is the distance between Delhi to Alwar? Delhi to Alwar is 170 kilometers. Going and coming. That's why multiplied by 2. ऐसा महीने में 6 times. Right? So it will be 160 into 2 into 9. 160 into 2 into 12. 170 into 2 into 6. This is how the number of kilometers between Each of these three cities have been calculated. And when we take the total of all these three, that will give us the total kilometers. That is the total kilometers traveled. Now, once we have got the total kilometers traveled, we can calculate all those costs जो kilometers के ऊपर depend है. कौन सा है? सबसे पहले diesel. So we will be calculating the diesel cost. Before we calculate the diesel cost, first we have to calculate the diesel consumption. Okay, you have to calculate the diesel consumption. How do we calculate that? For that, you have to look at the average of the vehicle. The vehicle gives you an average of 5 kilometer per liter. Okay, so for 5 kilometers, you need 1 liter of diesel, and you have traveled 8760 kilometers. You have to travel 8760 kilometers. So number of liters will be equals to 8760 divided by 5. So that will give you 8760 divided by 5, 1752 liters. Okay, and now we can calculate the diesel cost. Cost per liter of diesel is rupees 90. Okay, so it will be 1752 liters into rupees 90, and that will give you the total answer 1752 into 90, rupees 157,680, and that can be taken over here. Diesel cost, you can give the reference to working note number 2. Inner column you can write 157,680. This is one of the most simplest method to understand. But if you are aware of this step, you can do the entire calculation in the bracket itself over here and skip the working note, something like this. You can directly write 8760 divided by 5. 8760 is the total kilometers traveled. Okay, 5 is the average of the vehicle. 5 kilometers it gives per liter. So 8760 divided by 5 multiplied by 90. You can directly calculate in that manner also. This is how it goes. See, 157,680. Okay, this is easy to understand, but if you are already aware of this, you can skip this and do the calculation of diesel cost over here in the bracket itself. Okay, which is the other cost, which is based on the number of kilometers. Here it is, lubricant oil. So lubricant oil. You can do a working note. Just see in detail how do you do that in a working note. It is based on kilometers. So rupees 30 per 100 kilometers. So kilometers, and directly you will get the rupees. No quantity, nothing. Okay. For every 100 kilometer, you have to spend rupees 30, and you have traveled 8760 kilometers. So that will be 8760. We can write oil cost will be 8760 multiplied by 30 divided by 100. Okay. So 8760 into 30 divided by 100. You will get rupees 2628. That can be taken over here. 2628. No other cost is based on the number of kilometers. That means all the costs have been considered. We take the running cost to the outer column. That will give us the three categories of cost: the standing charges, the running charges, and the repairs and maintenance. This is the running, this is the repairs and maintenance. So when we add this, we'll get the total cost. Okay. Now we have to add two more things to this. What are those? We have to add, first of all, 30% profit, and we also have to add 20%. Since both of them are depending on total takings, it doesn't matter what you add first, whether you add passenger tax first or you add profit first. Okay, but since passenger tax is a type of indirect tax, what we can do is we add profit first. What is the profit percentage? Profit is 30% on sales. On takings means on sales. That means we cannot calculate the amount of profit right now. Okay, and we also have to add what? We also have to add passenger tax. That again is at the rate of 30, how many percent? How much percent? 20% of the takings. So again, we don't know the takings, so we have to wait for this. And when you add this, then you get the sales. That will be called as nothing but what? Sales. Okay. So we reached here. So how to crack now? Since both of these are depending upon what? Takings. We can assume the takings as 100. Okay. So if this is 100, this is 20% of takings. This will be 20. Okay. So I will assume this as 100. Just see, we can crack this here itself. Let's assume this as 100. So this will be 20% of 100. So this has to be 20. This is 30% of 100. This has to be 30. So if this is 30, if this is 20, this becomes 50. The total of these three has to be 100. If these two are 50, obviously these two combined are 50. This individually has to be 50. Only then the total will become 100. Now you know what is 50. You know what is 50. So you can automatically calculate what is 30. How do I do that? 268, 634 into 30 divided by 50. Okay. Now, you know what is 30. Then you can calculate what is 20. 161, 180 divided by 20 into 20 divided by 30. Cross multiplication. Now you got the passenger tax. Just either you want to go as per the cross multiplication what we have done just now. You can go in the same manner, or you can just simply add these three. This plus this plus this will give you the total takings. That's it. That is done. In the solution of the RTP, you may find some another method. They have used the X method. Even that is similar. That will give you the similar answer. But this is the most easiest way. You can crack it in a seconds. Hardly a matter of 30 seconds. Assume this as 100. This will become 20. This will become 30. These three total has to be 100. If these two are 50, it has to be 50. And we know this figure because we have reached up to here. So that is what is done. But that is not the final answer. That is the total sales. What you want to calculate is the fare to be charged from Delhi to Hisar, Delhi to Aligarh, Delhi to Alwar that we want. So for that, we have to calculate the passenger kilometers. We are already done with the kilometers. Okay. Now we will continue with the sitting capacity and we can calculate the passenger kilometers. So the first thing that we are going to do is calculation of passenger kilometers in our working note number 4. I'll bring this data. Okay, I'll bring this. We already know the number of kilometers. Okay, we already know the number of kilometers, so no need to do the calculation. This calculation once again. We know the number of kilometers. Now we will multiply with the passenger. Passenger is 50. Okay, and the sitting capacity of Delhi to Hisar is 90%. All right. Delhi to Aligarh is 95% and Delhi to Alwar is 100%. So that will be multiplied by 100%. So whatever we get will be the passenger kilometers. Kilometers was already done. So we just multiplied with the passenger, but passengers are not fully occupied. That's why we multiplied with the capacity. So this is how it goes. 2880 into 50 into 90%. Okay. 3840 into 50 into 95%. 2040 into 50 into 100%. And the total of these three will give you the total passenger kilometer. Okay. Using this, we can calculate the fare. See, takings divided by passenger kilometer will give us the fare पर पैसेंजर पर किलोमीटर. ओके, कि एक पैसेंजर अगर 1 किलोमीटर ट्रेवल करता है तो उससे कितना फेयर लेना है. यू कैन राइट इट इन दिस वे ऑल्सो. ओके, so how much fare to be charged per passenger per kilometer? Total takings. What is my total takings? 537 268. And what is my passenger kilometers that I have just calculated, just now calculated 4,14,000. कहाँ से आया ये? Working note number 4. So that will give me the answer as 537, 268 divided by 4,14,000. It is 1.2975. You can round it off to 1.30 to 2 decimals. Okay. Now we can mention the fare to be charged between these three cities. So the first fare that we can charge is for Delhi to Hisar. What is the kilometer distance? 160 kilometer, and the rate is 1.3. It is going to be 160 into 1.3. That will be 208. Okay, rupees 208 per passenger when he wants to go from Delhi to Hisar. Okay, of course, when he want to return, he has to pay another 208. This is definitely one side. Okay, then Delhi to Aligarh. What is the kilometers? Again, 160 kilometer. 160 into 1.3. Same fare charge, rupees 208. Okay, and when the travel is made to Alwar, Delhi to Alwar, the distance is 170 kilometers. It is 170 into 1.3. That will give you is 221. So this is your final answer. Today we have solved the entire question. So to revise this question properly, I request you all just to go through this video. Okay, not solve along with me. Close the video and try to solve the question without looking at the solution. And you can check the answer once again by looking at the video and checking your answer will give you definitely some confidence. And by chance you go wrong somewhere, you can also re-verify it. Okay, so do solve this question. A very good question, especially the calculation of the end part of the operating cost statement. Okay, so see you in the next lecture with some more interesting questions from different topics of costing. Thank you.